Okay, hello. So today I want to do an all drugstore tried and true type products on the face for a Christmas little glam. That's not going to be too over the top Christmas glam. I feel like this is something you could wear Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and it's kind of in between where you can make it feel very glam by how you dress, how you accessorize it, or it could be kind of chill and just pretty, depending on how you accessorize with your jewelry, your outfit, whatever. All the things can make it go either way. It's going to be a bit of a good staple type of look. And we're going to do all drugstore products, so it's nice and easy. You might have these things on hand. If you don't, you probably got something just like it. Yeah, we're keeping it low-key, easy glam today. Soft glam. All right, we got our coffee. And I'm filming rather late in the day, and I need to get a move on. And yes, short sleeves, because it is hot. It is going to be a hot Christmas. It is like a high of 70 something. One day it was nearly 80 degrees. I'm like, are you kidding me? As cold as it was the week before. Oh, so let's dive in with the complexion first. We're going to start with some e.l.f. Putty Primer Liquid. This is definitely going to be some of my favorite drugstore makeup too. And I think I'm off for a few little suggestions in there of alternatives that you might have on hand as well. All right, now foundation, we're gonna do e.l.f. Soft Glam, a crowd pleaser right here. Does anyone dislike e.l.f. Soft Glam? Let me know. Do you not like this one? Because I haven't met anyone yet who feels that way. It's so good and so versatile. So we're gonna take some of that. We're gonna pop that on with a sponge. I do know that they have the concealer coming out, or is out, as well as some new brushes for blending. You know that is on my shopping list. And what I'm doing by using the sponge is I'm keeping the coverage a little bit more sheer. I'm not going to go full on, like full glam. I'm more so evening out the skin tone and just getting a nice base to work off of. And because I do have a little bit of breakouts, I want something that is buildable. As you see, I got my little hive popping up over here, got pimple over here, pimple up here. Good fun. Let's put a little lip gloss on real quick, a little lip oil, because this one is such a pretty Christmassy red. This is from Milani. This is the cranberry currant one. It's just so dang pretty. And just want, my lips are dry and chapped. I don't know why. I guess all these temperature changes has made like my skin and everything go a little cuckoo. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of cream bronzer. We're going to go in with Milani, another tried and true favorite. This is Hey Honey in the Cheek Kiss bronzer. I'm going to take that on a little brush here. Hello, Kit Kit. There might be a little bit of blush on that brush. Okay. Again, don't want to really want to go too super heavy on the bronze. I just want to keep it like a little bit of warmth that my skin is lacking right now. Well, it lacks all the time, but it's definitely lacking right now. Now I'm going to take some of this right here from L'Oreal. This is the Lumi Liquid Blush in Glowy Worth It Medium. I think I used this the other day too, but she's so good. It's such a good color. And it just, I think it's going to work with what I have in my head of what I want to do. Doing some kind of neutral. Can be warm, can be cool, depending what you put with it. But I wanted to go with something kind of berry. I'm in that berry spirit still. So we're going to do like berry reds. So I'm taking a little bit of this. Again, working off the back of my hand with these. I got a little heavy-handed there, but we'll be okay. It will be okay. I'll get back with our sponge. And we still haven't done our concealer, so yeah. It's giving us some some grace there, don't worry. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump to my concealer. We're going to use Revlon Color Correcting Glamour Concealer in pink. Because it works on my ghostly skin as just a concealer. And just pounce that in with my sponge. Thinking about the eyes, if you want to go like truly like kind of a one and done type of thing, bring a little bronzer through the socket and use a shadow stick. There's plenty of drugstore shadow sticks that are really good, like e.l.f. makes some, Milani has some, Maybelline, L'Oreal, everybody's got a shadow stick and they're all pretty great. So yeah, go in with the shadow stick, or e.l.f. has these really pretty individual shadows that are very sparkly. Like just a swipe of that across the lid with a little bronzer through the crease can be so pretty. I don't have one of those on my hand, and you know, all my drugstore pencils aren't the right color, or crayons rather, of what I wanted to go for. And there we go, complexion done. Oh hi, hello little boy. I got a little kitty by my feet. I'm gonna set everything down with a bit of powder and Wet n Wild. She never does me wrong. So we're going to use the Photo Focus Loose Powder. So do you guys have Christmas plans? I'm sure you do. Some sort of a plan. Whether it might be not very exciting, you still got some kind of plan, don't you? Christmas Eve, as per usual, I usually spend that with my dad. And I'm cooking a roast in the fixins with that, like a pot roast type of thing. And we got Christmas Eve service at church, candlelight service. She's always just beautiful and fun. We're doing it a little bit early this year in the day rather than at like evening time. The Christmas day itself I actually have fairly free, so I might just spend that with my friends. And yeah, my husband's working on day shift because he has to work. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday. He's got one of those fun jobs that you got floating holidays you take when there's nothing going on. But yeah, he works regardless. That's his schedule, that's his schedule. Face set, I am going to grab a little bit of e.l.f. Halo powder just to go around the rest to make sure I'm locked in. At least that can be locked in because the rest of me isn't. I am the opposite of locked in. Gotta lock in. Alright, I'm going to grab a little bit of Milani bronzer. There's a spoiled for choice on good drugstore, just kind of classic bronzers now. Back in the day, I remember that was like such a struggle to find, but now bronzer is pretty easy to get your hands on, to work for a multitude of skin tones at the drugstore now, which is wonderful. I'm just going to take a little bit of this just to add a little more warmth in. Now, let's jump over to the eyes. I'm going to go in with ColourPop 1111. I recommended this palette, I think last week when we were talking about kind of holiday palettes and good staple ones that you could play up the lips with, or the cheeks and all of that. Just a good kind of go-to classic palette that you can create pretty looks with. 1111 is top of my list for drugstore. And this is from ColourPop. It comes in at a really decent price point. You get a ton of product in here and some really great staple shades. Now you could also look to e.l.f., Milani. There are pretty good options out there if you wanted something that you might have to go online for. Would be Profusion, or kind of keep an eye out for would be Profusion. They have wonderful quality. But yeah, this 1111 palette is one of my favorites. Before we jump to the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and get my brows filled in quickly with my favorite little duo, Milani Stay Put Brow Mousse and the L'Oreal Faux Brow. And we do that real quick. We're going to breeze through this and we'll move on to the eyes. Now, back to the eyes here with ColourPop. I am going to start with this shade right here called Lucky Babe. It is this very kind of a neutral, almost leaning a bit cool type of brown. We're going to take that through the socket. And of course for this stuff, like I said, you could just use like your bronzer or contour. You don't have to have a separate palette for a little crease contour, because that's what I'm treating this as. Now I'm going to lean a little bit into a cooler place with things today, because that's just what I'm in the mood for. You could definitely go with something a little bit warmer. And I'm just sculpting the crease like that. This is something that if I wasn't like there talking, yapping at you, I could get this done pretty quickly. You know, before Christmas morning or whatever it is, getting ready for the day. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that same shade and focus it on this outer corner to really add a little lift right here. I'm also gonna take a little bit on the lower lash line. Why am I using that brush? That is not the brush for that job. I'm gonna take a little bit of a brown liner. This one's from NYX. Any old brown liner will do. I'm gonna take that just at the lashes. And I'm going right at the lash line. And then do just a little swoop. A little lift right there. And I'm gonna repeat that on the other side. Just a little outer corner lift. And I'll soften that up in just a minute. Alright, I'm going to take an angled brush, soften that line. I'm just going to create a little smoky wing. Just occurred to me I completely forgot to prime my eyes. Oh well, that will be okay. It's not the end of the world. Alright, and then we're going to take a deeper brown. And I'm not going to go with the deepest one here. I'm actually going to go with this one. It's called Empowered. And I'm going to press that over the liner. And kind of use that to smoke the liner out a little bit. Alright, I'm going to take my just blending brush and just give it a little buff. No extra product. Now for the lid, to bring in that little bit of glitz, I'm going to take the shade up here in the corner. This one's called Balanced, but it's just a really pretty kind of soft champagne glitzy shade that can be really pretty across the lid. If I wanted to get a little warmer with it, I maybe would take something like this, or even like this one that's got like some real glitter in it. But that, again, this is a color that's very easy to find in a multitude of palettes. Definitely e.l.f. has got you covered on that front too. So I'm going to take my finger and just swipe a little bit of that on and let it diffuse. It gives it beautiful kind of wet sheen to the lid. Very I Need a Nude-esque. Mario ethereal vibes. I'm going to take my we go. We can go back to our blending brush quickly, and just make sure everything's looking nice and diffused. Now I'm going to touch up my liner just a bit because I got a touch of that on it. Okay, and you could definitely use something even sparklier. Oh, Maybelline has some new like liquid eyeshadows that are very sparkly. That could be so pretty across the lid. But yeah, I think that looks really chic and pretty and a little bit holiday wintry in a way, depending. Once we get the lip in, it's really going to feel that way, I think. Okay, and we're going to take on the lower lash line, I'm going to grab just a little bit more of that mid-tone brown that we used as over top of the liner, which using it without the liner, it's not going to be as deep. So we're going to take it, and then we get back to my crease shade just to reinforce that a little bit. Now this is going to be an optional step, but I want to add a little extra glow in on the inner corner. So I'm going to take this white pearl shade right here. Just because it's so bright and pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of our sparkly right here. Make sure my sparkle is at its max sparkle. Alright, and then we'll do a little mascara, and for that I'm going to use Colossal Bubble Mascara from Maybelline. Give the lashes a curl and put a little liner through the tight line. Okay, I just threw a little brightening shade in the waterline. Now, that is the eyes. Pretty simple, not crazy ton of product, and it can be made even more simple with just a little bit of bronzer and a shimmery shade. You don't have to go in depth at all. You don't even have to actually do like the wing liner if you don't want to. I feel like doing smoky liner. It suits my eye shape to do that because it gives me a little lift, makes them look a little bigger than they are. I think my blush is good for the moment. I might return to that when we get the lips done. I'm going to do a red lip because I don't make the rules. A red lip is just what I want to wear for Christmas Eve vibes. A red lip is just where it's at, right? So I pulled some suggestions for you guys in case you are looking for a red lip last minute. Milani's Color Fetish lipsticks. These have wonderful wear time. They're beautiful and lips are a nice matte finish. These are great. I have the shade Poppy and what's the red one called? I can't remember what the red one's called. But anyways, it's a good option. I think I spoke about these in my Christmas holiday edit. But yeah. There's also, of course, classic Revlon. Certainly Red. Wonderful option. Cherries in the Snow. Another great option. But today, I want to use this one from Maybelline because I want something that is not going to go anywhere. I can wear it the whole day. I can eat a meal. It's hanging in for the long haul. We're going with this one. This is Maybelline Vinyl Ink in the shade Wicked. And this is a very candy apple cool tone red that I think is going to look really pretty and very festive. So these you do have to shake up. And this I don't actually need a liner with, which is really nice because the doe foot is so easy to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and just paint this on. I am using a magnified mirror because I can't see that good without my glasses. This one's a very like Snow White red. These are what I call it Wicked, because you're thinking, it makes me think of like the Wicked Witch or something. It makes me think of the Wicked Queen, like in Snow White. I don't know. That's what I get from this one, or like that poison apple or something. But it's just such a beautiful shade of red. It has a little bit of blue in it, a little more blue in it. It has a little depth to it. And I think it's a very pretty classic type of color. It's not too far off from Cherries in the Snow. I just really enjoy this formula because I know it's not going to go anywhere on me. It's going to be on for the long haul. And yeah, another good option if you want something that's going to be there for the long haul is these from Milani, these little Color Fetish stains. The one called That's Fire, really good option as well. And it's going to give the lips a bit of a stain. So, okay, there is lips on. Let's evaluate and see, do we need any more blush? Anything like that? It probably wouldn't hurt to add a kiss more of blush. And since the lip does have that blue-based kind of color to it, I'm going to throw on a little bit of this. We're going to take a little touch of the Cheek Kiss in Merlot Moment from Milani. And I'm going to do this in such a soft little kiss of a color. So I want to bring a little bit more life in. Alright, make sure everything's blended together. And also taking the lips into a bit of a darker, more wine colored place could be absolutely gorgeous. Should we do that? Should we top a little bit of that on? What if we topped it with a little bit of this Keep It Full Glossy Balm in Lana? Let's see how that goes. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty. Okay, hey, that's a good combo. Is it excessive? Yes. But it kind of occurred to me that, ooh, maybe I want a little bit more of a wine lip last minute. So there we are. But anyway, I think we have a nice little chic look for Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. You can play it up depending on what you wear, how you accessorize. It can go more glam or a little more soft. Your lip option, of course, is going to play a role in that. I wanted to keep the eyes very neutral and just glowy because I think that's just really pretty. And you can take the lip in any direction. You can go more wine, deep, vampy. You can take it to a brighter red place. You could go with something that is just a gloss with a hint of red in it, like the Milani lip oils, or something a little bit softer like the Color Fetish lip stains. Or you can go just full-on color impact, glossy, matte, whatever. A look like this gives you all the versatility and adjustability that you need for whatever your vibe is for that day, because it may change in the moment, like I just did, where I decided I want a little more wine in the look. So yeah, that is my little Christmas Eve, Christmas makeup look for 2025. Something chic, easy that you can just throw on and feel glam. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Merry Christmas. May the peace of the Lord be with you always.